got my kicks in my new dress, my kicks in my new dress, got my kicks in my new dress, my kicks in my new dress.
It's on, and I'm home. Get the Patron and tell them that it's on.
I got my kicks in my new dress, my kicks in my new dress, got my kicks in my new dress, my kicks in my new dress.
Well, basically, Players and Playettes is what I'll call London's nowadays #1 event. And the reason I call it #1 is because, you know, weeks before the event, you can feel the anticipation, you can feel like the hype leading up to the event. You know, the talk is there, you know, whether it be the street hype or internet hype on the Facebooks, the MySpace, you know, the usual hype. You know, the #1 thing on people's tongue is Players and Playettes. I mean, the reason I think Players and Playettes is so successful and we've been able to reach up until, you know, part 9, up until this day, is because, you know, people know that they're guaranteed certain, you know, certain things that are essential and that they love at the event, i.e., you know, the ravers come out to rave and have a good time. You know, the only time we've had any need to call the police was when, you know, the club hit capacity and we had over 2,000 people that came down and they wanted to get in and we needed crowd control outside. But I mean, apart from that, you know, people know that the people that come Players and Playettes, they're decent, dressed good. You understand what I mean? They come with a raving intention and they're guaranteed, you know, to hear quality music from the past and the present, from, you know, the #1 DJ. So, I mean, all them things combined makes Players and Playettes, basically.
Massive, massive. Look at the video, man. If you don't know where this DVD is going, it's going to one club on Washington Avenue in Miami. We're playing it inside the club. So for the last hour, I need everyone to brook out properly. Is there any Sagittarians inside celebrating their birthday tonight? Where you at? You know what?
But basically, Players and Playettes is unique to other events, you know, I would say, because Players and Playettes is not just any monthly event that happens once in a while. It's actually a brand. It's more like a movement, you know, because the event happens once a month and it's successful. But apart from that, you know, there's spin-offs. Like we have the model agency, which is a spin-off of Players and Playettes. It's called Diva Booty. And basically, you know, what we do is we scout the ladies from the photo shoots we actually have at the event on the actual night of the event. And then we basically, you know, we push them in the right direction in terms of modelling. You know, we sort them out of a portfolio, we pay for their photo shoots, etc. If they've already got one sorted already, then we just, you know, get them work in what fields they want to move into, depending on what type of model they are. I mean, also, you know, we took Players and Playettes to Miami and USA, taking an event from the UK to USA. I mean, we had Bobby Valentino performing and it was hosted by Buffy the Body. And, you know, this can clearly and evidently be seen in the pictures. And the DVD, we're actually in talks with the company that filmed it in Miami, you know, to release that DVD. So when that's released, they'll be able to clearly show that the event, you know, was a success and it went down really well. So I mean, if that doesn't basically make Players and Playettes a name brand event, then I don't know what will. Times have changed from when I first started. As you know, like, you know, I've been in the business for a while, and like, alright, the difference with me is that Players and Playettes, what a lot of people don't know, is basically me taking the best of my past events and putting them all the best elements from them events into one to create Players and Playettes. Even though a lot of the ravers that go Players and Playettes might not have attended the previous events or the past events I'm talking about. But I'm talking, you know, a good 8 years ago, you know, when we used to do events such as the Oscars, Bounce, you understand, Blusky, Els Wine Bar, you know, and Industry Party, Sprung. I'm talking them events. We've taken the best elements from them events, you know, my previous events, right? And basically put all the good elements into one to make Players and Playettes strong. Promoters nowadays just need to be more original, in a sense where do not just look on someone else's flyer and see what DJs they're booking, what fly guy they're using. Shout out to Paperboy. You understand what I mean? Like, he knows, like, I was like the first person to use him, and I guess it caught on kind of fast, coincidentally. But, you know, I wish him all the best. And even such as, like, the video clips. You understand what I mean? It's like there's loads of fake Snagga Daggas running around. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it seems like people are picking up their phone. But, you know, it's all good. Because, you understand what I mean? Like, we didn't just start recording our events, as you can clearly see on this DVD. You know, we've been doing it from 7, 8 years ago. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is just be more original. Apart from that, like I was saying, you get promoters that are in it to basically make something of their event, and you get promoters that basically all they do is call up DJs that they see on other people's flyers, the top 5 DJs. You know, print a flyer here and there, have an event, trouble happens at the event, which basically messes up the scene for all the serious promoters. So I mean, but yeah, I think, you know, there is a few good promoters. I could name them on one hand. You understand what I mean? And there's promoters that obviously are just in it to make a quick buck, but everyone to themselves. Basically, you know, we're currently at part 9. The next Players and Playettes is a school uniform party. We got the foam party coming up, which again is anticipated to be massive. You know, we got the awards party, which basically us promoters are awarding the audience, you know, the supporters, the fans. You know, we got like categories like most loyal raver, best group, best dressed, and that's like a suited and booted. And we, you know, we're gonna give away over 50 trophies on that night. You understand what I mean? So we're just basically showing, setting trends. We've got the group matching party coming up, Christmas Eve party coming up. So I mean, we're just growing from strength to strength, basically. You understand? We've got our Players and Playettes back in Miami celebrating my birthday, and that's on for Thanksgiving, November 28th. That there again, you know, we're taking Players and Playettes to Canada. And then next year we have the Players and Playettes Island Hopping Tour, which basically starts from Barbados and goes to like St. Lucia, Antigua, Dominica, and then Jamaica. You know what I mean? So Players and Playettes, you know, along with the modelling side of things, it's just a big movement. You know what I mean? And like, I just want people to know that as much as big as Players and Playettes is, you don't know, it wouldn't be half as big if there wasn't the love and support it gets. So, you know, out to all the people that are showing it love and coming with nothing but good intentions, because as you can see, for the urban scene, events are getting locked off left, right and centre. We used to be in the city, West End every minute, but now, you know, we are where we are. So, and in case you don't know, all those events that I mentioned, the Players and Playettes, happen at E3, which is right next to Milan Station. Alright, so shouts out to all the supporters, keep showing us the love. Yeah, don't forget. Shouts to everyone that's reported me on Facebook. You're funny. My account's been disabled about 15 times. But they report me at night, and by the morning I'm back on it with a different alias. My current alias is Players, yeah, and then N, and then Playettes. So if you want to find me on Facebook, you know, add me. But apart from that, you know, that's it.
Yeah, I got my kicks and my new dress, my kicks and my new dress, got my kicks and my new dress, my kicks and my new dress.
It's on, and I'm home. Get the Patron and tell them that it's on.
I got my kicks and my new dress, my kicks and my new dress, got my kicks and my new dress, my kicks and my new dress.